Welcome to the room, truth on the mic. Healing the soul, we rise and ignite. Mind, body, spirit aligned in the flame. War room tribe, we roar in our name.
Faith in the fire. When the night feels heavy and the walls close in, when the echoes of doubt drown the voice within, lift your eyes to the glow, where the embers burn bright. Faith is the flame that will guide you through the night. Though the road grows long and the winds may blow, love plants seeds that are bound to grow. Every step we take, every prayer we raise, it leads us onward through the darkest days. Hold on, hold on, we'll walk through the fire, hearts unbroken, rising higher, even when the shadows steal the sky. Faith in the fire will never die. Every tear that falls is a spark of grace. Every trial we face leaves a holy trace. Side by side we'll stand through the smoke and pain. The light of belief will break the chain. When the mountains rise and the valleys call, grace will catch us if we start to fall. Every promise made still remains alive. Faith will lead us and we'll survive. Hold on, hold on, we'll walk through the fire, dreams unshaken, lifting higher, even when the storm tries to tear us apart. Faith in the fire will guard our hearts. Through ashes and flame we'll find our way. The dawn will rise on a brighter day. No fear can silence the songs we sing, for hope still soars on faithful wings. Every scar becomes a shining light. Every battle turns the dark to bright. Hand in hand we'll never tire. Love keeps burning. Faith in the fire. When tomorrow comes with a brand new song, we'll remember how we've all grown strong. Every answered prayer, every mountain climbed, shows His perfect love is always on time. The flame within can never fade, for every promise has been made. From the dust we'll rise even higher, forever walking with faith in the fire. Hold on, hold on, we'll walk through the fire, hope unending, burning brighter, even when the night feels dark and dire. We'll rise again with faith in the fire. Hold on, let heaven inspire.
Anybody good at fire? Show title. Got fireworks coming up. Alright, so you want to get those chill doggies for your fur babies? Sheepdogspets.com. Yeah, I can't wait for that. I don't know how it's going to be here. I know in Utah they're trying to ban fireworks because of the fires. Have y'all seen that? Utah's wanting to ban the fireworks this year. Yeah, Utah banning fireworks.
More storms coming in Kentucky and
And some people said if they did all the weather manipulation, maybe it wouldn't be a drought.
right.
With all the spraying that they're doing over Utah.
Hands were literally shaking as I'm watching this thing kind of circle around my garage.
I saw the first plumes of smoke just coming out of the Beaver Canyon. I looked at my son and said, oh no.
If on July 3rd, 4th, or 5th, we have multiple starts in this valley, we're screwed. This year, we have to respond to the reality that is with us, not the one that we wish we had. So today, I'm issuing an executive order that temporarily expands the authority of our state forester to restrict fireworks across the state of Utah through July 5th.
It is definitely.
Why stop? Okay, why stop July 5th though?
Right.
You just want to stop the celebration for the 7th? I mean, I get it, but
Well, like Utah said, they were going to chain the fire by July 3rd.
I remember what happened in California. They told them they couldn't do fireworks. I remember that back in 2020, I believe, 2021. I guess they didn't listen. Y'all remember that, right? Maybe they told them they could pop fireworks and then the whole LA lit up.
Oh, yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, here it is.
That was a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah. So Utah, no fireworks. We'll see how that works out. They have wildfires right now. We have a lot of different storms. We're going to talk about that. Also, Oklahoma has been getting hit. Idaho, Boise. I don't know if y'all see that. Off the screen right here. Go check this out. Right here. See this? Look at this. Is this summertime?
Yeah, what is that?
Apparently hell, because
Holy.
Idaho. Yeah.
That,
This is totally not weather manipulation, guys.
Is that
This is
recent?
natural. Yeah. I told you they could make it rain. I don't understand why
oh,
they're
yeah, I know. They're
wildfires.
showing you the weather manipulation.
Look,
I thought it was going to be that foam from the firemen.
Right?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, this isn't the Titanic going through, fixing to hit an iceberg.
That was crazy.
That's another once in a generation storm delivered 8 inches of hail into one area of Boise, Idaho. Data centers are having a detrimental impact on climate change, guys. Maybe we can get on with these climate change activists. These data centers are having a detrimental impact on climate change. The only way to save the planet from this experimental threat would be to immediately ban all data centers in America. Don't you agree? Yeah, that's not good for the environment. I see. Other incidences. I don't know of anything local where I haven't heard anybody in the chats talk about the weather. We do have a fur baby on the way to the ER.
Yeah. Her dog Lola is going to a hospital because she has acute pancreatitis. It has and has turned into sepsis. So please say a prayer for Lola.
Lola,
Lola.
Kentucky. Big decision being formed in Kentucky. It's like, right? Waterfalls in Florida.
Yeah, what we were watching those people on the houseboat. There was a waterfall.
Uh, any other? Let's see if I have any other weather-related stuff before we move on.
There was that earthquake in Venezuela,
Right.
right? So I wish I knew somebody from Venezuela. Because to me, it looked like a demolition, didn't it?
Yeah. What's that?
Look at something on Earth Cam quick.
Oh, you're checking the wall.
She's checking the earth cam.
Yeah. What's going on over there in that wall? Oh, gee whiz, they're there. It's 1:48 a.m. and there's quite a few. Probably a good couple of hundred at least for the time.
All right, this next clip is from about 10 years ago, maybe 11, close to that. It's only got 20,000 views on a smaller channel, right? 1,000, 2,000 subscribers. But it was the testimony of how copper interacted with her and her experience with copper. She's going to tell us testimony about getting copper bracelet for her husband. And what they noticed was frequency. He used to get sick all the time, colds. If there was something going around, he picked it up. So this is about copper and our health.
saying, talking about those, and that's great and fine and all that. But what I want to talk about is copper. Now, I've heard from people, a few people that I've known in my life, that copper just is very healing, it's very cleansing, and it's really good in the body. It's good for the body. I don't know. I never looked too much into it. I never read into it. I mean, sometimes when I get into certain things, I will like read everything I can about it, buy books about it, research, Google everything I can. I didn't do it on this. Just I've been told. I had a Vietnamese friend who would not take his bracelet off for anything, and he swore by it. And many people in his family and yeah, they just always had copper bracelets. And I just asked him about it one day, and he had mentioned, he's like, I will never take it off. I will get sick if I take it off. It cleans the body, and we swear by this. And I'm like, okay, I don't. Yeah, so you never know. But I mean, the body is really weird, and certain metals and certain things like that really do react to the body. So just never thought about it. Now, years go by, and a couple years, and I'm looking for a present for Eric, my better half. And he's starting, at this point, he was starting to get into like jewelry and liking certain things like that. Before, he never wore anything. He worked a lot of construction, so he really couldn't wear anything. Now he's more in an office where he can wear a bracelet and he can wear things like that. So I decided I would get him a copper bracelet because it was really rustic. He loves copper, anything copper he loves. So I was like, okay, a copper bracelet. I bought one from Etsy, and I had it like signed. It was 100% copper, handmade bracelet, and really neat. And I got that for him. And he freaking loved it. He ended up just falling in love with this bracelet and not taking it off. Okay, now Eric is going to be 45 this year. He's not a spring chicken. And every year of his life, he has gotten sick, really sick. He's always had.
Wait. So 45 is
It's not a spring
it's not a
chicken.
spring chicken. Wait, take offense to that.
Yeah.
She's a little off in her thinking.
Well, her husband is now 55 today, so she's probably got him in an old folks home.
Really
Yeah,
tough
no,
winters.
that's
He would just
no, that's yeah. I'm glad you said something about that.
Yeah.
get so
See, people think that they get 45 and 50 old or something.
That's
And
a
so,
horrible. It's a horrible way to put yourself in a box like that. It's this whole that those age boxes. Just that's one thing I really don't like. Um, yeah, it depends on where you are mentally. It's not it has nothing to do with a number.
right. I know when I was a kid, I used to look at 30 and 40-year-olds like they look older. But when
Oh,
you
yeah.
get that age, you're like, wow, I used to think that 30 and 40-year-old people were old. As a kid, though, there's a big
Right.
difference. But anyway, let's
Yeah.
continue. So this is her. She's going to be talking about her husband, Eric. He's 55 today.
is going to be 45 this year. He's not a spring chicken, and every year of his life, he has gotten sick, really sick. He's always had really tough winters. He would just get so sick. He'd end up in the hospital many times because he would be so sick. He just always got sick. And that was just that. I mean, sick as in like, you catch colds if there's a cold going around, if there's a flu going around, get the flu every year, just things like that. I mean, literally every year I knew him, he got the flu. Well, he kept this bracelet on, not for any healing purposes, not for any cleansing purposes, more because he really liked it, and he liked copper. It was a gift, and he just really got attached to it. And a year went by of wearing this bracelet now, and he didn't get sick at all. And he's like, because I had mentioned a little bit about it. I said, well, I heard, they say it's very cleansing, and there are properties to it that are healing, and it can cleanse out things to your body. Your body needs a certain amount, so wearing a little bit of it actually puts it into the body. I've heard that when you do wear copper, if you're very tired or sick, it will turn your hands more green than like if it's on the bracelet, wherever it is, wherever the copper is, it will turn that part of the skin more green. And I've noticed on him when he's not tired, like say he has a week off of work, which is very rare, but if he has like a week off of work and he's getting sleep and he's not tired, he will not have any tarnish, like anything on his hand from this bracelet. There will be no green, nothing rubbing off. And it's not, it's green from the copper, it's just what copper does. It's not like a fake jewelry type of, that happens sometimes. But so I noticed that when he wasn't tired or overly stressed out, it wasn't really green. But then when he'd work a lot, get really tired, you'd see all this green coming off the bracelet. And at first I didn't notice. Like I said, this took like at least a year, over a year for me to notice this. And to also start to notice he wasn't getting sick. So over a year goes by, and he's like, I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. He goes, it could be
All
a
right,
coincidence
so
because it's just 1 year. But I have not gotten sick since I started wearing it.
see how long it took her to collect the data.
Yeah.
So it took
Yeah.
about a year or so to start noticing. You don't just put it on and all of a sudden you're a freaking E-Man or something, or invincible.
Right?
You know what I mean? So like, it takes time, and then it takes data. It takes cycles.
And you start noticing.
Back 1 year, 2 years. Hell, I know people that put it on and immediately in a few weeks, maybe in a month or two, they feel a difference in their
And the inflammation.
Inflammation.
Their inflammation go down.
inflammation. Then when you have pain in your joints, like the shoulders, wrist, then arthritis. So, but it takes, you have to,
Gauge it. Yeah.
gauge it. It's not something that just,
Everyone's body's different.
right. And also another thing is, her husband, when he took off, it didn't turn colors. And then when he was at work, it did. And my theory is your body sweats out salt. So when the salt comes in contact with the copper, you get like a patina or a green or something like
Right.
that. That's all
Water
you're
and
getting is
salt.
a reaction from the copper and the water and the salt. Stuff like that.
And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I've noticed that. And it's,
And then sometimes what you can do is if you have your bracelet on, your copper bracelet, switch arms. Wear it on one arm for a month and then wear it on the other arm a month or a few weeks.
Or wear one on each one.
Back and forth because it allows your skin to get air up under your other where your bracelet's
Yeah.
always at. That's how I rotate mine. Left to right, whenever I think about it or whatever.
it's amazing, pretty much, because, like I said, he got sick a lot. So, pretty much in one more year goes by. Now it's 2 years. Guy hasn't gotten sick at all. I'm sick as a dog all the time, okay? I get every damn cold, sickness. The first year he started wearing it, Teresa was getting sick as well. Ever since she started school, she got sick. Before she started kindergarten, she was always with me. And I did take her places. She wasn't sheltered or anything, but she was never in a preschool or in school or anything like that. And she really never got sick before kindergarten. So once she started kindergarten, pretty much every year, she got sick at least once, twice, 3 times a year. And it was actually getting really bothersome because her asthma would kick in when she would get sick, and she was only asthmatic when she was sick. The doctors wanted to put her on medication, all this. I was like, no, I don't think so. Everybody's asthmatic when they're sick. So we're not going to go on asthma medicine every single day just because someone's asthmatic when they're sick, because she's fine every other day of the year. So, but she was starting to get sick a lot being in school. She would just, as soon as someone was sick, picking up the sickness. Same thing with me. As soon as like my mother was sick and a friend was sick, a neighbor was sick, I was just getting sick. And so finally, Eric's like, okay, it's been 2 years and I have not been sick. And the only thing I've changed is this bracelet. He always eats good. He always exercises, goes to the gym and all that. So 2 years, no sicknesses, no colds, no flus. Other people in the house had the flu and colds and everything else, but nothing. He's not sick. So we bought my daughter one. I actually bought me and my daughter one. We both got one. And we got it from the same company, just 100%. Not the same company that I got his from, but we got it from this other company we had found at we were at Mystic Village, which is like this little shopping village, and they had a store that had copper bracelets, 100% copper, nothing, no other metals put into it. And we each picked one out, and
So the
she
issue
wore
with
hers and I wore mine.
not every bracelet is the same, right?
Right.
You see a lot of people selling these bracelets with the magnets on them and all that other shit. But
And
then when you cut them open, they're not 100% copper.
they have another metal in the inside. They say 99% copper because it is on the outside.
Plated, right?
Plated.
It's like buying a gold necklace and then you don't read the fine print.
But there's a lady, she cut into like one of those water bottles,
Yeah.
and it was, I forget what metal, it was like a dark metal in between. So you're not getting the full effect, right?
Fine. And the weirdest thing happened. I swear I've got to be like some alien or like a witch. They would have burnt me at the stake years ago. That bracelet burns my skin. I I don't know. Like I started looking up on it and reading like copper allergies are incredibly rare, like very very rare because the body, it has copper in it. It needs copper. It can take copper. So it's something that typically we're not allergic to. And I thought I was going crazy. And where I had the bracelet, you could see like burn marks. Like it looked like burned or like a really bad scrape, like if you scraped off the skin and then it formed over like a scab. It was scabbed, like a burn or a really bad cut or something. And I was like, okay, maybe I just, because I did sleep with it, and I read somewhere that they said maybe wearing it too much is not good because it is powerful in a way. So
That's
I
why.
took it off and I let the skin heal, thinking maybe I was.
That's why I said rotate it from one arm to the other, because if you wear it too much on one arm and it's not getting any air, your skin gets really moist and it'll form like what feels like a cut or like it's hard to imagine. Then you just have to take the bracelet because it does it around the edge. You have to take your bracelet, like when you wear your bracelets too long without letting your skin get air or airflow.
Right.
That's why I take and rotate them.
Sweat.
You just rotate it. Yeah, you sweat. You're right. But once you start feeling the sores or something around your bracelet area, it means you've been wearing it there for too damn long. You need to move around.
Let it air out.
Let it air out a few beats.
Just rubbing. Maybe it rubbed when I was.
Yeah, it rubs when you're moving. You never know. And then it'll form like a pimple. It'll feel like a pimple coming up or something like that. Or
It was
see what I'm saying? Like,
and it did that because come on, I'm allergic to copper. Are you kidding me? I wore it again when that healed, and the same thing happened. Like even worse this time, and it hurt. When I mean it hurt, it felt like someone just ripped my skin off. It really hurt, and so I was like, you know what? I'm not wearing copper anymore. This is, I'm just not gonna wear this because it's literally burning my skin. And even arrogant trees are like, that is really weird. They could see it, and they're like, yeah, obviously, yeah, I don't think you should wear that. Like, don't wear.
right, right. If you're having a situation like that. So wanted to play that. Everybody's body is different.
The copper helps keep your hair color too.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
Supposed to help you. Supposed to help you look younger. Supposed to. It has all sorts of.
yeah. So when you're looking into a copper bracelet, make sure it's 100%.
Or at least 99.
Some of the people that I've ran into selling them, I was like, look, I don't think those are real. What you got right there. They say, well, how you know that? I said, because the ones I'm wearing are real and they don't look like that.
Mhm.
They look kind of a copper play, like, see what I'm saying? But like,
Oh yeah.
but who's gonna take it and cut it open though?
Because they'll be thick
Right.
and hard to bend. Real copper's soft. It's a soft, so you can bend it, right? So you can. That's how you know the difference.
It's like that chrome trim that they put on cars. It's kind of like what they put on these metals to make it look copper, like
Right.
that color. But and they know not everybody's going to take their bracelet and cut it in half. Check. Right.
Especially pay good money for it or something.
So they aren't easy to make. You can make them yourself. Split them, scrap wire, copper pipes, copper hell, old copper minis. Actually, let those out. Kind of cool. That's copper. Also, we've been having a mosquito thing going around here. I noticed the mosquitoes have got really bad after the, when it rained for like 3 or 4 days straight.
Yeah, they were real bad.
And everybody got all that rain from like Texas all the way to Tennessee to Mississippi, Louisiana. Behind that, I feel there's a lot of more mosquitoes. Normally, there's no mosquitoes.
I haven't got.
But the last 4 days.
Like last year, there was none.
But the last 4 days, it's felt like in the evening and then early in the morning, you can see them in swarms, like big swarms. Like I've seen them outside in like corners or whatever. I've noticed the mosquitoes have got pretty bad the last week or so. And now we have the Montgomery County Public Health Department has confirmed its first case of West Nile in Montgomery County. So, and the mosquitoes didn't pick up till after all the rain. Maybe started before that.
Standing water, or
that's what I'm saying. All that standing water in the rain, hatching. Do y'all know why? Do one of y'all know why RFK Jr.'s voice is the way it is?
No.
Well, no one else. Does anybody? I found this article interesting, but it was a vaccine injury.
Wow. I'm glad you looked into it.
Well, it came across my feed, and I believe he's on his way out after 4th of July, right? RFK Jr. is fixing to leave. He's fixing to resign. Well, he's got a vaccine injury, RFK Jr. He took one flu shot, and he lost his voice forever. Just a flu shot. Guess what? There ain't shit you could do.
Nope.
In 1996, he walked into a clinic, rolled up his sleeve for a routine flu shot, and left with a permanent neurological disorder, spasmodic dystophenia. Right, remember that girl in the last video who said her husband stopped getting sick? So maybe a more natural copper would have probably helped with your chances with the flu season versus a shot.
Put it in your pool and it cleans all the algae.
Right.
Like what it's doing is purifying.
So instead of taking a vaccine, copper, care of your immune system. There's nothing you can do once his voice box became strained, broken, and raspy. So it's been a life-altering condition that doctors initially couldn't explain. No trauma, no warning, just a shot, and everything changed. So years later, while preparing litigation against flu vaccine manufacturers, RFK Jr. finally saw the truth in black and white on the manufacturer's own inserts. Spasmodic dystophenia. Is it dystophenia? Is listed as a known side effect of certain flu vaccines. Go look it up. Get right here. This word. Got that. It's listed as a known side effect of certain flu vaccines. Has anybody read the manufacturer's inserts before you got a flu shot? Anybody?
No.
None of us, right? Me neither. But they make us get them every year in the military. But you don't hear about anybody you don't hang around medical to see if any of your shipmates or anybody else has gotten sick. You don't, but it happens. So it's listed as a side effect. He wasn't imagining it. It was documented. So this isn't ancient history. This is RFK Jr., the man now leading health policy, warning us from personal, painful experience. How many others have suffered in silence? That's what I'm saying. How many rare side effects are hidden in the fine print. I mean, think about it. There's people who lost their kids to SIDS. Come to find out, they live with guilt their whole lives, thinking that they suffocated their child, when in reality it was a vaccine waters.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that documentary Vax, VAXX, there's a part 1 and 2. Man, that will really get you. All these people that have injuries and stillborn deaths, and it's really good documentary.
Well,
Yeah, I know a friend of mine. She lost her baby to SIDS, quote unquote.
Yeah,
At her whole life, she's lived with that loss of their only child, and come to find out, it wasn't. She's blamed herself her whole life.
yeah.
She
In
lived with that her
in
whole
that
life.
documentary Vax, the husband was accused of killing his baby, and he went to prison, and he come to find out they linked it to the vaccine, the vaccine they gave him as a baby. So I think he served like 9 years. Yeah, it's really sad.
You gonna say something, Nadine?
oh no, I'm sorry.
A neurological injury in 1996 when I was 42 years old, and it's called spasmodic dystonia. And I never knew what happened. The doctors would ask me, "Did you have a trauma?" And then about 3 years ago, I was litigating against the flu vaccine. I was preparing a complaint against all the companies that made flu vaccines, certain kind of flu vaccines. And I had to, for the first time, a neurological injury in 1996 when I was 42 years old, and it's called spasmodic dystonia. And I never knew what happened. The doctors would ask me, "Did you have a trauma?" And then about 3 years ago, I was litigating against the flu vaccine. I was preparing a complaint against all the companies that made flu vaccines, certain kind of flu vaccines. And I had to, for the first time, look at all the list of side effects that are on the manufacturer's inserts. And this disease, spasmodic dystonia, was one of the top injuries. He's a neurological.
They're playing Russian roulette with them damn things.
Never know.
And his doctor probably knew the whole time.
Right? I mean,
You walk in, and all of a sudden you've got this spasmodic, whatever it is, and the doctor, I'm sure, knows. Like the pharmacist, they probably knew. They just didn't want to get blamed for anything.
well, a lot of them didn't. They didn't know. Like if you remember Dr. Buttar, that he did an intense study. He had he thought that some of the early childhood vaccines could be linked to autism, right? And he did all this study on it. Didn't he die? I think he died. But yeah, he said, for years he was a pediatrician. He did it. That they just do it. They don't really think about it. I mean, it's FDA approved. You think it's safe, right?
Oh,
So,
because they always say, "Is it FDA approved?"
mhm.
I don't give a
So
shit.
think
Did you
about it.
read the insert?
I think what during COVID woke up not only us but the doctors too. right? Because they just go by the Rockefeller medical book, right? And then the FDA, you trust that the FDA has your best interest, which shows that they actually don't, right? So, but I mean, they should know by now. They should know by now,
Yeah, ignorance is no excuse by this time of history.
right?
Unless you're
They
complicit.
they never really looked into it, I guess. They just
Well,
give it out,
they took a oath as well.
right? And they didn't do their due diligence, right? They just because they get kickbacks, they get money from giving the vaccines. They get money for prescribing medicines, right? Have you ever been to the doctor and the marketing lady comes in with all of her bag of pills? Yeah, they market it to the doctor and then they get incentives.
So that's like a drug dealer.
It is. It's a legal drug deal.
Oh, because they got a license to deal drugs.
That's it.
A license gives you something that you would normally be illegal. You'd have to get a license to do this because it's illegal if you don't have
Yeah.
it. So you're doing something illegal for everyone else, but you have to get a license to do that illegal activity. Think about that.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, civil law is for the bird. Oh, nine for the bird. It's so freaking corrupt.
Not only is that the medical part messed up, but our food. They had athletes. Did you see that in the shoot over? The athletes were not wanting to eat the food.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Where was that at?
Refusing to eat American food. Norway have shipped 1,000 kilograms of rations to the World Cup because they don't trust U.S. groceries. That includes fish, brown cheese, and 6,000 oranges.
They're like, no. Y'all keep that fake shit in America. We're gonna go ahead and get it.
Norway brought over 2,000 pounds of their own food for the World Cup to avoid the American diet, including 300 kilograms of Atlantic salmon and fish, 116 kilograms of Norwegian brown cheese, 6 kilograms of oranges, and 3 Norwegian chefs. Norway star striker Erling Haaland treats his body like a professional biohacker, including using blue light glasses 3 hours before bed, mouth tape, and bed by 10:30. In the morning, he gets sunlight in his eyes immediately with an outdoor walk and red light panels. He eats organ meats like heart and liver, tomahawk steak, sea bass, eggs, and raw honey. And he sometimes filters his water and usually gets an ice bath and sauna 4 to 5 times a week. Their head chef has fed the team for 35 years, who flew over with 2 more chefs, brand new equipment, and even juicers. They weren't leaving performance to chance, and they didn't want to change a single variable before the big tournament.
Hey man, see what happens when you're paying attention to your health? You're looking at the ingredients in American food, and the athletes are like, no. I'm trying to take care of my body here, so I get peak performance. I don't need nothing slowing me down. Y'all can keep your cheese and whatever it is you got from America. Kraft, your Robert Kraft cheese. But this guy sits in a sauna 4 times a week, so he's detoxing a lot, right? If you live in Texas, this is normal every day. We detox every day because the humidity is like a sauna. So that's why we're so detoxed down here.
Before bed, mouth tape, and bed by 10:30. In the morning, he gets sunlight in his eyes immediately with an outdoor walk and red light panels. He eats organ meats like heart and liver, tomahawk steak, sea bass, eggs, and raw honey. And he sometimes filters his water and usually gets an ice bath and sauna 4 to 5 times a week.
Yeah, sauna for you. I get it every day. So the food, I don't blame them.
Athletes are refusing.
What's that?
Found the video.
Yeah, the athletes.
Yeah.
All right, so we got weather manipulation, Utah canceling fireworks for 4th of July until after the 5th. On the 5th, you can shoot the fireworks.
Oh, okay.
because they're going to lift the restriction. Why don't everybody just do it on the 5th?
On the 5th? Wow.
I would do it. I'd be like, okay, well, we'll just celebrate on the 5th then.
Yeah. So everybody listens to them, right?
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Well, the ones that already bought their fireworks, yeah, they're probably going to set them off on the 5th.
Oh, yeah. Well, some people will, some people won't. I mean, when they said they couldn't do it, when was that? During COVID?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, everyone was doing it. Everybody, like around us, they were popping them off like crazy, and they were told not to.
Anybody out there like Wingstop?
Something wrong with it now.
If you like Wingstop, just let me know,
Then
and I won't
stop.
show the next piece.
Stop.
No, it's not that bad.
No.
It'll save you money if you eat at Wingstop all the time.
How?
Because the chicken at Wingstop is nothing more than Tyson chicken that you get at the corner at the grocery store.
Oh, okay.
What? That's not a big deal.
I'm not willing
That's
to eat
great.
out anywhere.
Oh, I know. Right? We have some more Antifa terrorists at the pool. I don't know if y'all have heard about the people scraping with the pool with the knives and stuff like that, allegedly pulling paint up and stuff like that. Y'all seen that?
Eat American.
Yeah, but when they were out there, I mean, the guys were cleaning it, so they could have tore the bottom there. Or it could be algae just lifting up. Have you ever seen algae lift up? It looks like it could be not a tear, but it'd be the algae coming up off the bottom.
On the bottom,
Yeah.
We got a couple of Antifa terrorists down in the water right here. Got National Guard on the scene. You know what I mean?
Is this me?
He had to turn his back because they've been arresting people for putting their hands in the water. But he couldn't do that to those two little kids, could he?
They even handcuffed someone for playing Star Wars. They were dressed as Star Wars and playing, and they handcuffed him. They had to apologize.
It was at this point he realized how stupid this was, and he's standing there.
Good, I'm glad.
He went, "Oh my God, this is the dude." I woke up this morning thinking I was going to have a normal day at work. And
now I got to go arrest these
reflecting pole, making sure nobody puts their hands in the water. Now I got two little kids in my face. And it's like, wow, what have we done? How far have we come that we're willing to protect a freaking reflective pole with National Guard? Yeah, he had to turn his back on that. See, he was looking. He was like, oh shit, I gotta turn away. He's supposed to be there to make sure nobody puts their hands in the water because it's illegal now to put your hands in the water at DC at the reflecting pool. So the reflecting pool stuff's coming up, but keep in mind, how many people when they get their pool redone drives a car right on top of it before it sits? Or anybody? Nobody, right? Nobody drives a car in the inside of their pool after they get done coating it or refinishing it. But yet we had Trump with his caravan of cars drive right down the center of the pool. Like, how disrespectful is that to the people that sprayed it? I don't know how that would affect the bottom of the pool, the adhesion, and especially if it had time to cure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, they were rushing everything for the event, so I'm sure that's what happened.
Did y'all see the 4th of July celebration? I mean, not 4th of July. The national anthem being performed at the America 250 kickoff.
No.
Y'all see that? Y'all know who this is? Know who this is?
No. No.
Cash Patel's country music
This is
girlfriend.
Cash Patel's wife.
Oh my goodness.
So here she's going to be doing.
Tonight, let's watch.
No.
Bullshit.
That's Lexis Wilkins, who's the significant other of our FBI director and a country singer, I should say. Beautiful.
Yeah, she's a country singer.
And Laura Trump's a singer too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of those
Larry's greatest hits.
Larry.
Lord, yeah. So what y'all think? She did pretty good? Decent? Pretty decent on the.
Yeah.
What would you give her, 1 to 10? About 7. 7. Pretty good. She. That's pressure right there, man.
Right.
To lie to people like that, land of the freaking free. Who are you kidding?
Yeah, it's the Hunger Games.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. It could be like Roseanne Barr.
Oh, that she was
It could be this
mocking
one.
us.
She destroyed the national anthem and then spit on the ground.
Yes, she did.
You seen that? She just spit right on the ground.
I remember that, man. Everyone made a big deal
Damn.
about that.
Sang the national anthem and then spit right in the middle of the field.
Do you
Well,
think
that's like a Kaepernick type situation. That's like the equivalent of kneeling.
Yeah.
Do you think that was like one of the rituals that? I don't know.
It makes sense.
With her, you never knew.
I don't think that's the same person.
It's the same one.
No,
Uh-uh.
no, I don't think so either. I've been questioning. I don't know if it's AI that's going on right now, or if it's really her. I don't know.
I don't know. She just,
Well,
remember,
her 2.0.
she dropped her weight like boom overnight, right? And then she just was different, but
She got prettier too. So
well, who knows? Who knows?
She came out as Jewish, so maybe
Right.
maybe that's why she was spitting on the ground.
probably.
So we have another. Oh no, there's still no.
Today, we are being told what to do all the time. They tell us what to do. There's someone else deciding for us. There's already books written for us to follow, which is not our own way of thinking. But we are taught to live this way. We are taught to think this way. Now we are even being controlled. Our brains are being controlled. And perhaps this is the reason for all the problems throughout this country here. I sometimes think about that. They've been telling us for 200 years that you put that Indianness over here, you better get over here with us. You wear clothes like I do. You cut your hair. You send your kids to school. You do this and you do that. I'm the dominating society. I'm bigger than you. I outnumber you. You do this. We've been told that for 200 years. And we thought that was the right way.
They're still doing that.
Right.
Right? So your thoughts, most like not your own, is being programmed to how to think, what to do.
Is a license plate reader camera system that your city council or your local sheriff votes in. And the argument is, hey, it helps us track violent criminals. The polls I put on Instagram and YouTube were both at about 90% no, I don't want flock in my city. So the exercise, we were going to put them under surveillance. We went to their first headquarters, no signage on the building, completely anonymous. We go to their drone headquarters. It's a construction company. We look around this entire huge building. Nothing says flock. We started filming their employees and they would pull up in their car and I'd be like, hey, sir, just want to let you know you're under surveillance, but don't worry, it's for your safety. And they were all spooked and they get away. And I was like running with their car. We talked to the flock guy. He's like, you know what? I felt very unsafe. I said, sir, did you feel unsafe because we were filming you? He's like, yes.
Oh,
like, come on now.
Shoes on the other foot now, huh, Park?
So the people that work for Flock don't like being filmed. It makes them feel unsafe, but yet their product is called Flock Safety. So he told them they were under surveillance.
Construction company. We look around this entire huge building. Nothing says flock. We started filming their employees and they would pull up in their car and I'd be like, hey, sir, just want
That's how you do it. Surround their company with a bunch of cameras.
to let you know you're under surveillance, but don't worry, it's for your safety. And
don't worry, it's for your safety.
They were all spooked and they get away. And I was like running with their car. We talked to the flock guy. He's like, you know what? I felt very unsafe. I said, sir, did you feel unsafe because we were filming you? He's like, yes.
Oh,
like, come on.
Who was it? One of the auditors was doing that. Remember we played that? Where he was filming the flock guy putting it up. And the flock guy that was putting it up got mad because he was filming it. But he's okay with putting it up there. Watch everybody else.
That was Jeff.
Yeah. Jeff Gray.
Jeff Gray.
Otto is another one. I like Otto.
Current.
So here's another. Y'all remember how they were talking about the Bluetooth is how they're going to get the tracking the phones, and now you have to have your Bluetooth on in order to have your Bluetooth speakers on your iPhone. Because you used to have a jack where you could plug it in to your iPhone. Now they don't have it anymore. So now you have it.
Okay, so in September 2016, Apple stood on a stage in San Francisco and said something that made millions of people genuinely angry.
Courage.
Courage. They called it courage. To remove a hole. Now...
Well, courage is what... Was it Dan Rather? Remember he said he got attacked? He got attacked, and he would sign off with the word courage. Because they were asked, what's the frequency, Kenan? What's the frequency? The guy ran up and attacked him, says, what's the frequency?
They even made a song about it.
Right, so what's the frequency, Kenan? Came about, and courage equals 119 in gematria. Reverse that would be a 911.
10 years later, I want to tell you what was actually going on. Because it was never about courage. It wasn't about your phone being thinner. And it definitely wasn't for you. Here's something almost nobody knows. The headphone jack, invented in 1877. Before the car, before the airplane, before electric light bulbs were even, common in homes. It was designed for telephone switchboard operators, those women you see in old photos plugging cables into giant boards. And that exact connector, basically unchanged, survived world wars, the Walkman, the iPod, 50 years of consumer electronics without a single meaningful complaint. It needed zero power, zero pairing, zero battery, zero latency. You plugged it in, it worked. Every single time. Apple gave 3 reasons, and each one collapses like a wet napkin the second you actually look at it. Reason 1, thinner phones. Sure, except the iPhone 7, the first one without a jack, was actually thicker than the iPhone 6. Look it up. Reason 2, water resistance. Okay, so the Sony Xperia Z3 had full IP68 waterproofing, the highest rating in 2014, 2 years before Apple removed the jack. And it kept the jack. Sony figured it out. Funny how that works. Reason 3, better audio. This one is just genuinely insulting. Bluetooth compresses audio. Every audiophile on the planet knows this. The 3.5mm jack plays uncompressed. So they replaced better audio with worse audio and called it an upgrade. So if none of those reasons are real, what is? Let's do something radical. Let's follow the money. 3 months. 3 months after they removed the headphone jack, Apple launched AirPods, priced at $159. That timing isn't a coincidence. That's a business plan. AirPods went from 0 to a $15 billion a year business. $15 billion.
It's also a surveillance plan because you could pick up the Bluetooth signal.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing all your phone calls via your Bluetooth headset, guess what? It can be intercepted. But if you have a headset jack in, they can't because it's not wireless. See what I'm saying? So now your signal is now Bluetooth signal on all your phones if you're using it. Your CarPlay in your car and your headphones are now in the ether, right? So guess who can grab that? You don't need a warrant.
That's bigger than Spotify. That's bigger than Twitter was at its peak. And it literally could not exist, not at that scale, if your phone still had the old port. And here's the part nobody talks about enough. Apple has a licensing program called MFI, Made for iPhone. Every company that wants to make a Lightning or USB-C headphone has to pay Apple. Every single one. The 3.5mm jack, completely open standard. No license, no fee, no Apple getting a cut. Now, Samsung. Oh, Samsung. They ran entire ad campaigns mocking Apple for this. There's a Samsung ad where their own employee tells iPhone users they need a dongle. Then, a double dongle. The internet loved it. Samsung removed their headphone jack in 2019, quietly, with no press release, no explanation, no courage speech. They just...
You're muted.
Yep.
Came with a head jack, and I guess it just disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Remember I had a what's it called, the chocolate?
A note. Oh,
Chocolate.
yeah.
I had the red one. It came with that.
Jack in 2019, quietly, with no press release, no explanation, no courage speech. They just did it. And then deleted those ads from their YouTube channel. Every major Android manufacturer followed within 2 years.
Wow.
Almost like they all got the same memo.
I told you, and right in time for flock cameras to be going up nationwide. Now they're picking up all the signals. Yeah, one flock camera can't track you, is what they're saying, and it by itself. But when you have 500,000 cameras set up nationwide, it can from camera to 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 camera, like Pac-Man connecting the dots. That's what they don't want to tell you.
Right.
Yeah, one camera alone can't track somebody from point A to point B, but multiple cameras can in between.
And the flock cameras, that's what I'm saying, this is disclosure. Flock cameras came out in the United States in 2017. First one was in Atlanta. Then by the 2020s, it started expanding throughout communities, thousands of communities in the United States.
And why Atlanta? Because that Georgia student got robbed, and he wanted to save humanity and surveil everybody. But his last name was Langley. Ain't that funny?
So and it became one of the most widespread vehicle tracking camera network in the country. That was my 2020, y'all. So this is really just disclosure. This stuff's been out. We probably never even noticed them. And now that our awareness is such, we're seeing them everywhere. They've probably been there. They might have added one or two or something to notice, but yeah.
Like most people don't even notice chemtrails, let alone a flock camera.
You said it's 2017.
And guess what? Your neighbors are asleep. Everybody's in a trance. Nobody sees it. They don't see
more and more
it's
people
an
are waking up to
invisible
that.
surveillance prison or system built around you. It's such an expansive, like, you know, those CSI shows that they have on TV. All the crimes are going to be solved. They're not even going to be able to do any shows. Remember when detectives used to have to do detective work?
Yeah.
And actually have to get off their ass and go out and investigate some shit? Well, no more. Right. So there goes all the detective jobs. All of the law enforcement's going to get shrunken. You're going to see less police over time, but you're going to have more surveillance.
Right, and remember the data centers have been around since 1940. So it's nothing new. It's not.
And AI has been around just as long.
Right, but the ones that came out in 1940s was totally different than now. It was a lot safer than they are. They used air cooling instead of water, forced air cooling.
Was this all of that dark money? They just kind of made up people that invested in it, like that. If it was going on for that long, then they are including new ones, or it was just already done, and it was probably done with that dark money. It could have been done with like NASA money, and
they just upgraded it. Well, the first data centers in 1940, like they used forced air, and there was no issues. It's when they started switching it to water and changing the infrastructure is when it started making people sick.
That's why when 5G came out, it was right around COVID. Then we had 6G coming out, so you can expect, if that's the case, more people getting sick, probably, calling it the flu season, calling it whatever they're going to call it. They just take care of your immune system and stay healthy as much as you can. Try not to deplete your immune system anymore by taking any more staples and all. Oh, let me finish this.
But here's the part that no tech review ever says out loud. This wasn't just about headphone revenue. This was about lock-in. Your AirPods work best. Auto connect, instant switch, battery shown on screen, only on Apple devices.
There's the wristwatch. Where they say the mark of the beast will be at? On the forehead and the wrist. Well, when you're looking at your phone, your iPhone emits a UV light, or a light that you can't pick up with your naked eye, but you can pick it up with a camera, a night vision camera. You can pick up it's constantly hitting your forehead.
So we've already taken it.
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, they gave
Look
me
at
the
it.
big blue apple.
The clue is the apple with the bite out of it. Hello.
We already took the part.
Anybody home? It's the apples. What was it? Tell them the story about the apple being bit out of it. Why has the apple got a bite out of it?
There's different theories.
It goes all the way back to the garden.
Yes. Yeah. The data centers started when they switched to the APAX system. Is when people started worrying about EMFs and they started feeling different. That's when they started noticing big differences. Right? So, all this is really just disclosure.
Yeah.
If stuff's been
You
going
can protect
on.
yourself.
We've already took the mark. Everyone's worried about the mark.
Right.
Right? People were wearing the
Worry
Apple
about things that
watches. That's on your wrist. Right? The VA headsets. It's on your forehead. Amen. It's different. And they reported generators because they were using diesel generator, right? So the fumes and the noise. So maybe they're upgrading them. I don't know. Maybe they're trying. I don't know. But that's when everyone started noticing a big difference. Asthma increased, air quality changed.
If you ever want to leave iPhone, you're also leaving your headphones. Your earbuds are now a switching cost. They didn't remove a port. They added a subscription to your ears, one you didn't notice you were signing up for. They said it took courage to remove the headphone jack. And maybe they were right. It takes a certain kind of courage to look your customers in the eye, tell them it's for their benefit, and charge them $159 for what they already had.
it's bigger than that, though. It's more than just making more money on
Right? It's nothing. It's like, they don't really change anything. They add a camera or the waterproof ones. Remember the waterproof ones? Those weren't waterproof. No, I had one. It didn't do it.
Oh, that way.
Right.
Found out the hard way.
Found out the hard way. Yep. So I had to get a new one. So I could get, remember, and then the glass would break off constantly. Drop it, break. Now they don't break them. Glass, whatever. It's not glass. I think they did that on purpose to make a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Right?
And that interpretation is entirely within your control. That is the heart. Your past doesn't define you. Your interpretation of your past defines you. And that interpretation is entirely within your control. That is the heart of self-mastery. Not what happens to you, what you do with what happens to you. And specifically, who you decide to be in the space between the two. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for easier circumstances before they decide to master themselves. Self-mastery is the understanding that the circumstances will always be difficult. The only variable you ever actually control is the quality of the person moving through them. Build that person. Everything else follows.
That's really good advice.
Their past was not right. Right?
Don't tell that to like to,
Well, there's some things.
right. All right. I'll try to show a picture. All right, so here is go to different screen.
Here. How about that? Years now.
Hey. All right. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I could still hear you. Their computer uh Yeah,
Yeah, it froze for a second.
I could still hear you though. It just looked like you were getting ready for something else. We're all with you. You start
Yeah, I'm
telling
done
on
with
them. Yeah, you
yeah.
start telling on them, and then all of a sudden you're not able to do something.
All right, so we're done with the headphone jack thing, right?
Yeah.
Right, bud?
Yep.
The Truman Show wasn't just a movie, but an allegory about enlightenment hidden in plain sight. Most people see The Truman Show as a story about surveillance, a man trapped inside a giant reality TV show. But according to one theory, the film is actually filled with occult and Masonic symbolism, and it begins with a falling star. Early in the movie, a stage light marked Sirius falls from the artificial sky. To most viewers, it's just a clue that something is wrong. But in esoteric traditions, Sirius is often associated with illumination, awakening, and hidden knowledge. And from that moment on, Truman begins questioning his reality. Then there are the symbols, the pillars, the staircase, the dome overhead, and Christoph, the creator of Truman's world. According to the theory, Christoph represents the false architect of reality, a being who controls the world around Truman and keeps him trapped inside an illusion. This idea closely resembles ancient Gnostic beliefs. In Gnosticism, the material world is viewed as a prison, a false reality designed to keep souls distracted and unaware of their true nature. And that's exactly what Truman experiences. Every time he starts asking questions, someone redirects him, distracts him, or convinces him to stay where he is. Even his fear of water is manufactured, a psychological barrier designed to keep him from reaching the edge of his world. But eventually Truman does the one thing he's been programmed not to do. He faces his greatest fear, crosses the water, and reaches the boundary of the illusion. Then comes the moment that fuels the theory. At the end of the film, Truman climbs a staircase leading out of the dome. Some researchers have even pointed out that the staircase contains symbolism connected to Masonic degrees and initiation rituals. The final step represents awakening, the moment he leaves the false world behind. Mainstream film critics see the movie as a commentary on media, surveillance, and free will. But according to this theory, The Truman Show is something much deeper. A story about escaping illusion, breaking the simulation, and discovering the truth hidden beyond the walls of reality.
Like that. Like that. Like that breakdown?
Yeah.
Another movie is The Green Mile
Oh, that one's
with Tom Hanks, but John Coffey is the one that heals the
Yeah,
mouse.
he has the gift of healing.
See, John Coffey is JC, so it'd be your Jesus Christ figure, just like Jim Caviezel and all your other JCs in every other movie. Notice they tell the same stories and the allegories in the movies through different ways of telling it, storytelling of what we just presented here on the Truman Show, the different degrees, levels of awakening, enlightenment. See right here.
Final step represents awakening, the moment he leaves the false world behind.
That's why he does the cross, right? See that?
Stands up with his arms out.
Like the cross.
Yeah.
That.
Jacob's
The whole
ladder.
thing. See how he's walking on water?
Yeah, and his shadow.
Mainstream film critics see the movie as a commentary on media, surveillance, and free will.
Free will. What interferes with your free will? The media, surveillance, the things that keep you or tell you you can't go here, you can't go there. Don't watch out for this, watch out for that. That's what's keeping right
all the time.
That's what's keeping you from exploring the world. Now you're trapped in a little a pen that you built for yourself with a fence around it, and you lock yourself in that fence like cattle. That's what they did to Truman. Truman tried climbing as a kid. He wanted to climb the mountain, and his dad told him, "No, get down, Truman."
Limit yourself.
Right.
Or you teach for your journey.
It's like that, right? Like that test where they take the fleas in the jar, and then you put a lid on it, and then the fleas will only jump so high. But when you take that lid off, the fleas won't even jump past the lid anymore.
No, they limited themselves.
Right.
Even
without the lid off, they couldn't even jump any higher anymore.
Like they say, if someone says you're free right now, right?
Right. Like Juneteenth.
Some people would just keep going the way they've been going.
They're like, "Hey, you're a slave, guys. You're free now. They don't know what that means. I mean, to them, what is it? What is slavery?
Some don't know. They're
What is right?
Right. But they enslave themselves
and limit themselves based on everyone else's fears and limits.
But according to this theory, The Truman Show is something much deeper. A story about escaping illusion, breaking the simulation, and discovering the truth hidden beyond the walls of reality.
How many of you do the same thing every single day?
Oh, you know I do.
Okay, then you haven't broken free yet.
Right.
But there's certain days I go out and I'll just take a ride. I'll go wherever I feel like I should go that day.
Well, in the Truman Show, Truman broke free by doing something spontaneous, out of the ordinary,
and unpredictable,
and unplanned, and not. Hey, June 3rd, I'm going on a vacation with such. No, that's not spontaneous.
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like to be programmed. I don't like to have limits, but I do put a lot on myself. Only, my family always wanted me to be safe.
Yeah, that's always part of it. But in the Truman Show, when he does go to plan, right, goes to the travel agency, and guess what? He can't get a flight. Right?
Yeah, he can't get a flight out of there.
Because you have to do something outside of the matrix.
Right. You've been doing the same thing every single day, like Groundhog Day. If you're in a routine to such a degree that you don't even realize that you've been doing it for so long.
I'm ready to go now. Why wait? Early bird gathers no moss. Rolling stone catches the worm, right?
Right? So he had to.
Let's go now. I'm ready to go now. Why wait? Early bird gathers no moss. Rolling stone catches.
Right.
Right.
Worm, right?
Sea Haven.
What are you doing?
Sea Haven.
Truman!
But yeah, I had to talk every now and then over this. But the thing here, the point is he had to do something spontaneous because his routine was very predictable and they were easily to control him and keep him in line that way. What I've noticed is when you go out of the ordinary, what everyone else expects for you to do is when people start tripping. When you do what the hell you want to do outside of what everyone else wants you to do, that's when everything starts changing.
The agents come towards.
I've noticed that in my own family. Like I do what the hell I want to do versus what they want me to do, and they act like my life is their life, and like they try to like, wait, what you doing? What are you doing? Like, so
it's for your safety. It's for your safety.
Right. Yeah. But that messes up your destiny.
I realized that over time I was just in a rut. Everybody was all up in my business and in my life, and I was not living my own life. I was living what everyone else image I wanted people to have of me. Then I was like, screw what everyone else is thinking or feels or whatever. I'm going to do what makes me happy. And then boom, that's when things start to kind of change. And they're like, wait, what are you doing?
You can't live for others. You gotta live. Right? And you're not living unless you're doing something.
Right. Right. And you're stagnant. You become stagnant.
Right. Dead water.
Truman, where are we going?
Really know. Guess I'm being spontaneous.
Wait for being spontaneous. Yeah, do some spontaneous shit. Just get in the car and just take a road trip. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, just get in there and go.
Do whatever the hell you've been putting off for so
No
long.
plan, just do it.
Like a road trip, be a road trip, be a fishing, going something crazy, something like something you've been wanting to do, but you've been putting it off for so long because you've been too busy. Maybe take a different way to work. Switch it up. Different spontaneous things you can do.
Somebody help me! I'm being spontaneous! Forget Fiji. Can't very well drive to Fiji, can we? What about it?
That's funny. He says Fiji because Trump says Fiji.
Yeah.
Right? What's up with Fiji? Anybody know? What's going on in Fiji?
Oh, hey, unidentified drones have been reported at restricted U.S. military airspace right now.
Oh.
Today, waves of 12 to 15 high-tech aircraft reached airspace over Barksdale Air Force.
Oh shit.
Home to the nation's nuclear capability, capable 552 strategic bombers. Security forces noted that the craft displayed non-commercial signal characteristics, long-range control links, and several resistance to standard electronic jamming. So
That's why we need the ballroom.
similar occurrences have also occurred over Fort Leslie, J. McNair in Washington, D.C.
So is this the sky event?
Yeah, it looks like it. There's several.
Send me that.
bases.
You got that recorded?
Yeah.
All right, we got a sky event, guys. Up next, in the plot twist. Well, we knew the sky event was coming. So this is that part in the.
I know, but I'm worried too. I'm real worried.
U.S. military is stumped.
Hold on, U.S. military. So we have UFO. What are they calling them?
UAPs.
What do we need to take cover or what?
They're just reporting it.
Bud, go get under the table.
UAP news. See.
Yeah, right here. Unknown objects.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
and then the fighter
military
pilot that
stumped.
got shot down, that didn't get shot down, also seen some shit too.
U.S. military stumped by UFO sightings over bases. At 12:05 p.m.
Of course they're over the bases. That's where they're testing the equipment.
Of course.
That's where they got all their drones and shit. They're all, dude, all these guys, they all got drones. They all got all of them, coast to coast.
First day of drone class, that would be something else, right?
Yeah. I think this is disclosure. Right.
Yeah. It reads like Dallas would. It's
like the world.
Yeah, get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready now.
Yep. You're over DC, huh? Well, come pick up our politicians, please.
Yeah, exactly.
There's two of them. I think the one at the bottom has the clip. Big deal.
Really serious. This is.
Yeah, they're
Why does it look like the same footage from that we always get shown?
Is that two drones having sex?
Fireflies and then that kind of light show of Converse, Texas, June 18th. It was right around Here. U.S. military stumped by UFO sightings on the bases. Yeah, that was interesting. Okay, well, and here's that. Yeah. Well, the 1506 ABC News. Oh, these are the same people that told us the vaccines were so safe and effective of COVID. There was 5,000 cases of COVID. Now they're telling us there's UFOs flying over military bases with no shit. There's all kinds of unidentified flying objects that fly over the bases because you're not going to tell us what the objects are. But we can assume you're testing out your drones.
Drones. I mean, DARPA has all sorts of stuff too. Lockheed Martin.
So this is you have a little, the chip on your credit cards and in your phone,
Yeah.
right? They look the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the same little chip in your phone. Well, now they're making it to where you can't. The SIM card. Your SIM card looks exactly like this card, the chip that's on your credit card. So you know
Oh
how you
yeah,
put
but
your
it's a little black thing that's inside of your phone, and then the silver one is on the card. Yeah.
Yeah, but the metal part of it, see, has the same sign,
Tracking.
right?
Oh.
With this, when you take that chip, see this, and you peel it off your credit card. This is the back of it. Oh, hold on. Check this out. This one. Just wanted to show you what they look like. This is also when you do the toll bridge. See that little, you got to get in, you're close. And that now they're, when you see these, you just see a little box and see a couple things, but you really got to zoom in on these things. Inside this little box is a whole bunch of other shit.
Oh yeah.
So this is on the back of the chip or the whatever on your credit cards. This is what's on the back. So you can do your chip. This is also your toll tag. You know how you can go right through the toll tag without stopping, and they collect money from your bank
Yeah.
via a chip wirelessly. This is it, and it'll be a microscopic, one, a little smaller one than this. But your phone, same thing. So this is what's on the back. I don't know if anybody's ever had an old credit card that stopped working or a card that stopped, bank card that stopped working. Take that chip off of there, flip it over. This is what you're gonna see before you throw it away. Take it off there, destroy it. Don't throw away your old cards with all your old chips in it.
Oh yeah.
This is, all right, so we did the flock thing. All right, what is this issue?
Something in you knew you needed this. These 7 sacred chants were made to remind you that you are protected, that your pain does not define you, that ancient strength runs through your blood, and that you, exactly as you are a living temple. Close your eyes. Open your heart. This belongs to you.
chat. Life won't let you go. You are a sanctuary. What hurt you doesn't define you. Strength runs in your blood, baby. Or you wouldn't be here. I no longer ask permission. I am a living temple.
Hey, question of the day.
What's
Whatever
that?
happened to the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE? Remember the president created it to wage a war on fraud, waste, and abuse? Because our government is active in foreign money fraud, IRS fraud, Social Security fraud, property tax fraud. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. It's starting to sound like our government is more like a criminal cartel more than servants of the people. So whatever happened to arresting criminals in government? I thought we were going to drain the swamp. I thought we were going to give 20% back to the American people in those checks. But come to find out, there's no power in politics. There's no remedy in politics. They're all the same. They lie, they steal, and they cheat the American people every day. Hey, and don't just believe me. I want you to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
I signed an order creating the Department of Government Efficiency and put a man named Elon Musk in charge. Thank you, Elon, for doing it. He's a seriously high IQ individual. Now, he's got his faults also, I will tell you that. But not too many of them, which is now really waging war on government waste, fraud, and abuse. And they're curbing inflation and saving taxpayers billions and billions of dollars every single day. And there's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the DOGE savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible, Elon. So many billions of dollars, billions, hundreds of billions, and we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens. But just some taking at random, $2 million for sex change operations in Guatemala, $20 million for Sesame Street performances in Iraq. 20 million, that's a lot of money. $101 million for 29 diversity, equity, and inclusion contracts at the Department of Education. Wow. And we've canceled all of these, saved all of this money. And again, this is just a small sample. This could go on. I could read them all day. $520 million for a consultant. I want to know, who is that consultant? To do ESG, that's environmental, social, and governance investments in Africa. $25 million to promote biodiversity, conservation, and illicit livelihoods by developing socially responsible behavior in Colombia. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that even means. None of this stuff, everyone's trying to figure out what the hell does it all mean. $42 million for social and behavior changes in Uganda. 40 million's a lot of newspaper ads in Uganda. $70 million for research of evidence-based solutions for development challenges. $10 million for Mozambique medical male circumcision. What does that mean? $2.3 million for strengthening independent voices in Cambodia. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia. $486 million to the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening, including $22 million for inclusive, participatory political process in Moldova, and $21 million for voter turnout in India. What do we need to spend $21 million for voter turnout in India? $29 million to strengthen the political landscape in Bangladesh. $20 million for fiscal federalism, and $19 million in addition to the $21 million for biodiversity conversion in Nepal. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. We need voter confidence too when you read this list. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali, $2.5 million for inclusive democracies in South Africa, $47 million for improving learning outcomes in Asia. Asia's doing very well. We don't need to give them money. And in another program, $50 million plus another $50 million for condoms for Hamas. Do you know about that? $100 million for condoms. Condoms. Does everybody know what a condom is? For Hamas, $100 million. And these are just some. I could read this list all day long. I just don't want to bore you. But these are just some, and not nearly as bad as others. And some are just, I just don't want to say them because they're too incendiary. We're also finding tremendous abuse, waste, and fraud in Social Security. Social Security is, what's happening there is going to be one of the great potential scandals in history. On the program, there are over 4.7 million Social Security numbers from people from 100 years old to 109. Think of that. Now, over 100, there aren't a lot of people that make it. Hopefully, most of the people in this room will make it, but historically, you don't have thousands and thousands of people. But listen to this, 3.6 million people are on Social Security rolls from the age of 110 years old to 119. Do you think there are really that many? Those people are seriously old. But it gets worse. 3.47 million people are on Social Security from the age of 120 years old to 129 years old. 3.9 million people are on the age of Social Security from 130 years old to 139 years old. Now, the all-time record, I heard, is a woman who was 127 years old. That's the record. A woman from a certain country where they have actually people that live pretty long, actually. And she was 127 years old. That's pretty old, but we're topping her by millions of people. 3.5 million people from the age 140 to 149 years old. 1.3 million people are on Social Security from the age 150 to 159. And over 130,000 people are on Social Security over the age of 160 years old, okay? Including 1,039 people, think of it, over 1,000 people between the ages of 220 to 229. And one person between the age of 240 years old to 249. And the record topper, there is one person on Social Security who's 360 years old, which is approximately 110 years older than our country.
Hundreds of billions in fraud, waste, and abuse, or as I like to call it, treason.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Nobody ever got.
All right. So yesterday gas was $3.90 average. Today it is $3.87. Your gas is going down. Let us know. Looks like the West Coast red is the highest, of course. You got New York at 4.13. Texas at 332. Don't everybody run down here now, just because the gas is cheap. Don't bring your California to Texas or your New York to Texas. 325 Indiana, South Carolina 350, Florida looking at 381. All right. So, but on top of all that fraud, waste, and abuse, they want to keep blaming the Democrats. Democrats blame the Republicans, and the Republicans. You don't know how that goes. Right. Let's see what Ted. I think Ted's got something to say about that. What do you think Ted wants? More money. After sending all your money overseas. Oh, that ain't what I want to do, Ted. Wait.
Democrats are betting everything on these midterms. They know that it's their last chance to derail the Trump administration and to try to undo everything we've achieved. Yes, their massive spending is terrifying.
Their massive spending. Wasn't he a part of that? Okay, I was checking.
But honestly, that's not what keeps me up at night.
What keeps you up at night?
What keeps me up is this. Democrats are giving every one of their candidates free access to a powerful master voter file.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, how come you didn't do nothing about it, Ted Cruz? And 2024, 2026, 2022, 2020. How come you do nothing about it in 2018? This file obviously has been there forever.
The exact same secret weapon.
It's so secret that he's telling you about it. Again, the voter fraud shit comes back around. Right? It's the other guy doing it. Oh, it's this guy.
Today. Or yesterday.
Nothing gets fixed because they use it as a tool to coerce the people that follow this shit that they need their money. I need you to donate.
That helped put President Trump back in the White House and reclaimed our Senate majority. I need to know you are still with me.
Are you still with Teddy? Ted likes to leave town whenever the storm comes.
Yeah.
Ted takes his family to safety while everyone else is freezing in Houston. But he wants to know if you're still with him. Because we got to fight. And how do we fight? Ted Stixon, tell us. Come on, Ted, tell us.
As I fight to protect and even to expand our Senate majority.
They got the majority and they're still getting their asses kicked. So the last 2 years, the Republicans have had the majority, all three branches of government. And they still got blamed. How can, like,
even $5
oh,
or
shit, there it is. There it is. You think $5?
$10 makes a difference.
$5 make you holler.
Please click the link.
Click that link, guys. Oh, why don't you just take it from all that shit that fraud from Doge? Why don't you call APAC, dude? Why don't you call APAC for some APAC money? I like giving Ted shit.
Need to turn that garbage off.
But Mom, they really do control our government.
Millions of Americans are now noticing, and the anti-Septicism is spreading across the country.
Who did you send $100 to?
To Jake GTV. He had his channel demonetized.
He's anti-septic.
Honey, so am I.
If you or a loved one is questioning the official narrative, it's not too late to get help.
Isn't Pfizer owned by a dual citizen from Israel?
Whoa!
Ask your doctor if antisepticants are right for you.
You know, honey, I think Israel is our greatest ally.
That's how you know it's working.
Get them vaccinated before Agenda 2030.
Need to turn that garbage.
Oh, wow.
Like that one? like that. Too much.
He's all good, and then they.
Where's it at? One second. Got it.
Yeah, I'll find
Wait, no, I'm almost to it. Gotta be getting close. Why I can't see that. Here it is. This one right here. This one. All right, here we go. This last video.
You're your own leader.
Yeah,
You
but
are your own leader.
I got four more to choose from. If it's not that one, Jim Brewer. She sent me 5 Jim Brewers, and I got to pick and figure out which one of the Jim's videos. Maybe it's this one. Hold on, let's try this one.
you upload it.
With the press, we've been sold that word free.
All right, she's gonna have to send it to me. She's like, you didn't play the Jim Brewer. I'm like, which one? There's a new one. All right, let's do this. While we're waiting for that, how about this? You'll like this one, Nadine.
If you don't like it, don't come here to protest. Don't come if you're uneducated and you don't know what you're talking about.
You would rather they just didn't come here?
I would rather them not come here.
Are you a fan of the First Amendment?
Absolutely. You know, the right to bear arms. Look, this is
That's not the First Amendment.
No, the Fourth Amendment.
What?
If you
What?
You're a fan? Oh, yeah, but we don't want them to come if they don't know.
Well, we don't want any uneducated people coming here.
Like the first, the right to bear arms. I mean, the Fourth Amendment.
If you don't like it, don't come here to protest. Don't come if you're uneducated and you don't know what you're talking about.
You would rather they just didn't come here?
I would rather them not come here.
Are you a fan of the First Amendment?
Absolutely. You know, the right to bear arms. Look, this is
That's not the First Amendment.
No, the Fourth Amendment. If you
It's not the Fourth Amendment either, man. See, this is why we have to. It's funny, but it's not funny because we have to re-educate ourselves.
Yeah,
We have to literally educate ourselves because we've fallen so far.
that's the good liars. They ask the questions, but they do it where they contradict themselves. They don't do anything to like push it. They do it so you contradict yourself.
It
I
says it's wild. They all say some form of you don't know what you're talking about before they inevitably do not know what they are talking about.
Right.
So basically, she should have stayed home. Is what this lady. Does she know what the first 10 amendments are called? Is that one of the 10 commandments? Somebody said. It's got comedians in the chat.
Trump just said if they freeze the rent in the
Are you saying you don't mind if your right to vote would be taken
I
away?
don't care. I know what I want. I know what I want.
But you wouldn't be able to get what you want if you can't vote for it.
I don't care. I've told you 3 times. I don't care.
Are you saying you don't mind if your right to vote would be taken
I
away?
don't care. I know what I want. I know what I want.
You wouldn't be able to get what you want if you can't vote for it.
I don't care. I've told you 3 times. I don't care.
It's funny, but not funny, because that's where we're at. That's why when I keep bringing up the movie Idiocracy, it's because the population's IQ level was so low that they were watering their plants with Gatorade
Because they were told.
because they were told that
Yeah,
it's best for the plants instead of watering them with water. They called water for the plants toilet bowl water. They dumbed us down so much. We want to celebrate America 250 and freedom, we don't even know. Shit, we don't know what freedom is, or what it even really looks like anymore, or what even a republic is, from lack of what? Knowledge. We're not, this is what the system designed, built. I mean, it's where we're at. That's why they're bringing in it. You got AI coming in now. It's going to be doing everybody's thinking.
This isn't entertainment. This is exhaustion. This is years of people sacrificing everything they had because they believed something was changing. We were told help was coming. Told justice was moving in silence. Told to hold the line while our lives burned down around us. And after a while, you start looking around at your town, your family, your own life. And you realize nothing changed. Same corruption, same abuse, same lies, same people still standing over everybody else thinking they're untouchable. Meanwhile, the ones who spoke up, the ones who sacrificed, they're isolated, alone, broken apart from everybody they love. And eventually you start asking yourself, was this all a setup from the beginning? Were we divided on purpose? Were we isolated so we could be conquered one by one? This song is for everybody that's tired of the talk, tired of the promises, tired of waiting on someone else to do their fucking job. This is the setup.
Oh, no. Setup. They told us hold the line, justice working in the dark. Said the storm was getting closer while we carried all the scars. Every week another savior with another cryptic line. Another voice online saying everything's fine. But I walk through my hometown, nothing's really changed. Same corruption, same abuse, same people playing games. Still watching good folks drown while the loud mouths preach hope. And we're hanging by a thread at the end of our rope. How long we supposed to bleed for something we can't see? How many good souls gotta lose everything? Now it feels like a setup, like we were marked from the start. Feed us truth, feed us purpose, then tear our whole lives apart. We lost friends, lost peace, lost homes, trying to believe. While the world keeps spinning normal like there's nothing underneath. And the ones who stood the tallest now are scattered and alone. Tell me how that ain't divided and conquered down to the bone. We were the ones speaking up when everybody stayed quiet. Put our necks on the line while the whole world denied it. Now look around, where's the backup they promised was near? Where's the action everybody swore was already here? Feels like they isolated every soul that wouldn't bend. Pulled us from our families, turned us against our friends. And the deeper this goes, the more it all feels planned. Like they broke us all apart so nobody could stand. Maybe that's the game, separate the brave until they break. Now it feels like a setup, like we were marked from the start. Use our pain, use our anger, then tear our whole lives apart. Everybody screaming unity from behind the screen, while the real ones bleed alone somewhere in between. And the ones who gave the most are the ones left on their own. Tell me how that ain't divide and conquered down to the bone. No more waiting on saviors, no more coded lines, no more sacrificing our lives, chasing somebody else's signs. If change is ever coming, then it starts right here with us. Ooh, real people towns and the lives we live somehow. It may be the strongest thing they fear in the end. It's broken people finally coming back together again.
What's up, America?
What y'all think?
This song right here. This isn't entertainment.
Well, I gotta get to a call.
903 on D903 on and on Facebook. It's just
Bye. Oh, we got a plane hit a skyscraper.
no.
Yep.
Where?
Oh. And a plane slams into it. Let's see here. Hold on one second.
Tonight, the alarming images, a small plane crashing into the tallest building in Beijing, one of the tallest buildings in the world, in fact, and authorities tonight have not said whether it was deliberate or accidental. Here's Britt Clennett with the pictures.
Tonight, a small aircraft crashing into one of the world's tallest skyscrapers.
Oh, look, and the building's still there. Isn't that crazy? Plane hits building. Building gets a little damage. Plane disintegrates. Building still standing. No fire. Wow. Look at that.
Look at that.
In Beijing.
This is what it looks like when a plane hits a building. This is what it's like.
I was gonna say like the
Shocking video circulating online showing chunks of debris falling to the ground below.
And that's it.
The tail section of the two-seater.
See that? You can see the plane falling down, not going into the building and disintegrating.
I think they're gonna show us what actually happened.
This is it. Look.
Disclosure.
Sunward aurora dropping hundreds of feet. Flight Radar 24 sharing a partial flight path showing the plane had taken off from an airport 30 miles east of Beijing around 6 p.m. local time. Images showing what appears to be a large hole and broken glass of the iconic 108-story CITIC Tower. Roads closed, fire engines and police vehicles seen outside. Video circulating online showing flames at the base of the building.
Of course, that's from the piece of the plane that built out the building. Like we had a plane in the building. Now, let's go to 9/11.
That's what I'm saying. Like the thing in Venezuela, it looked like
the what?
Like a demolition.
Right.
And they were out there in the aftermath, just like 11, right? And then go look at some of the footage from it. It looks like some of it look like crisis.
Yeah, I can show you here.
Firefighters working to put it out. Beijing airspace is closed.
Yeah, building's still there.
To drones and civilian planes, leading to questions about the cause of the incident.
And David, Chinese authorities, they have yet to say anything about this crash, and all videos, images and posts related to the incident.
They ain't got to say anything. It speaks volumes. All right, so there you go. Plane crashed into a building.
When it's fake, they don't have to sit there on the news all day discussing how.
Right.
Good Lord, how many different people they bring in to say basically the same thing over
and over until it becomes true.
This is an expert. Oh
yeah. Right. So you were a witness and totally not with the FBI, right? Wait, all right. Now here is Venezuela.
So good day, folks. I am here at the shoreline in Galfa. And I was told that there was some kind of movement of the earth arising from the recent earthquake that happened in neighboring Venezuela. So I'm here to kind of verify that, and I'm walking in the direction here now, and I'm already seeing some kind of movement here. Let's go. Let's find out. Now, this area, we usually do some walk along the shoreline. We come down to this area very frequently. And, you know, from what I'm seeing here, now, this area was usually a flat area. And recently, well, I would say not too long ago, because of the earthquake in neighboring Venezuela, this piece of land has now elevated itself. It is amazing, you know, folks. This is not something that I'm making up here. You know. This is actually real stuff here. This piece of land here is actually elevated. Look at it. This is the sea level here, right? Are you guys seeing the elevation on that piece of land there? This piece of land has just elevated itself as a result of that earthquake we had recently in neighboring Venezuela. I think it was a 7.5 magnitude earthquake back to back. First one was 7.1 on the Richter scale, and then 7.5. You know, we express solidarity with those affected. I think they are saying that like a couple hundreds have died, and maybe a couple thousand might be trapped or missing. So look at this here. I'm kind of careful to walk here. This is just amazing, you know, folks. Look at this. A lot of cracks everywhere. This entire piece of land has elevated itself. I'm kind of feeling like no, I'm walking up a hill right now. But strange phenomena. I mean, look at this, folks. You guys seeing this? Are you guys seeing this? This is somewhat of an amazing feat. I mean, I've never seen something like this. This is like, I don't know what to say. If you look carefully, you could see like layers of sand, and then there's layer of mud underneath. There'll be cracks in between there. There was definitely some movement here on this part here. Definitely some movement. Now this area was perfectly flat, you know. I'm kind of like probably, I would say about maybe 40 or maybe not 40, but about 25 feet above sea level, yeah. Wow. Look at this. And
Yeah, they see what it does to the beach. And that's not in Venezuela, it's neighboring it. Right?
Venezuela's neighboring it.
Yeah, this isn't
Further.
Venezuela. It's along the coastline neighboring. This is the Galfa, Galfa
See, this is here.
shoreline.
Let me show you this one. This is one where it looks like demolition. Look,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
this one right here. So all the other buildings are standing there, and that one
Cause an earthquake, and then down the building you want it down in the middle of
right.
it. Like 9/11.
Right. Because what were they saying? It's cheaper for them, right? Then also they could say it's a natural disaster because think about it, insurance natural disasters.
Right.
And Silver Sea took up that money
Uh-huh.
right
Look at
before,
that.
right? Was it a earthquake? Is that what it is? That'd be a way to get some insurance money out of it, and it's cheaper than the demolition.
Cheaper than a demolition. Yeah, that looks like it just pancaked solid.
Yeah, see how all the buildings around it is
Totally fine.
totally fine. Just that one, it looks like a demolition.
Yeah. And, well,
Yeah,
couple of, a little bit of right here.
but that one's totally flat. Like an earthquake doesn't totally smash it like that, does it? I mean,
That's not how they
wouldn't the
built it.
other ones nearby do that? I don't know.
They could have made sure it did. They could have made
Exactly.
sure. Yeah. I you know what? I kind of hope that it is that Mother Earth, going around and doing different things so that it can, like everything can change because the Earth has to be changed too.
Well, they have the earthquake machine, right?
Yeah.
Tesla have that, so they can make an earthquake to make something happen in a certain area for a particular
Have to
reason.
have a double one. So there must have been an earthquake and then something that registered as an earthquake. That's why you got two different it wasn't two earthquakes. There was an earthquake and then an explosion that registered as an earthquake. Could have
Right.
possibly
It
been.
might have been simultaneously, or they used that as the cover for that.
Right, because a lot of these underground explosions, 10 kilometers, they're talking about could be the dumps, explosions underground. And the things underground, they're boring underground. Elon Musk has a boring company. They're fucking drilling
Yeah,
underground.
go look it up on YouTube. They have the wealthy people drive under us. They have they can go from here to another country in like no time. Go look it up on YouTube, and it will show you. It's like their cars get lifted down on the street, down underground, and then they just take this thing. It looks like a tunnel, and they go flying through there. They can go as fast as they want.
Is there anything else you got, Miss Nadine?
No, not today. Thank you.
Everybody's okay? Everybody's okay in New York? Weather good?
Uh-huh.
Is it snowing up there?
No, it's 69 degrees though.
Oh, I'm jealous. It's 20 plus 20 in Texas, so it's 89.
89. Oi.
And the sun went down.
Oh. It's horrible, bud.
All right, bud. You have a good rest of your weekend, bud.
Yeah.
Don't give your mom too much shit.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody.
Hey, bud.
Bye.
Bud's gonna take his mom for a walk. She doesn't take him for a walk. He takes her for a walk.
Yep.
Yeah, you seen that video, right? Of the dogs.
Yep. That's what happens. Sometimes he gets going so fast, I'll pull on the leash a little bit, and his body comes up off the ground because he's going so fast.
Oh, you got the full body harness on him with the
Oh yeah. I do that now for his little nap.
spikes on the side, or what?
What?
Does he have the spikes and a holster?
No. No, it just has a
No
paw
holster.
print. And then I have this a little it's actually a Cabbage Patch doll pin. And it's just really cute. I usually have it on him. I can't get rid of every little thing that's part of the evil freaking empire. Like I have to, I mean, I can just have so much discipline going on. Like, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. And it's like, once in a while. Yeah.
Have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you for joining us this Saturday night. We will be back Monday night. Strawberry Moon coming up on the 30th. Right? 4th of July coming up. 4th of July weekend coming up. Don't forget, Chill Doggies, SweetDogSpets.com.
And we have the drawing, which we're giving away. The red cardinal stained glass. We have the body butters. We have the copper bracelets, the patina bracelets. Tickets.
Chill Doggies, 4th of July.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you, Nadine, for joining us. Y'all have a good one. Good night, bud. Get you a treat.
He's licking my leg now. Oh.
It's been a long road, we've weathered the rain, we've walked through the laughter, we've carried the pain, we've lost a few faces, found hearts that stay, yet together we've risen with each passing day. When the world tried to shake us and hope felt so small, you answered with love, you were there through it all. You stood like a mountain when storms fill the sky. You gave us the strength to keep reaching up high. This isn't just friendship, it's family we found, built on faith and on love that's forever profound. No matter the distance, no matter the test, together we're stronger. We're simply our best. We got this. Together we'll stand, heart beside heart and hand in hand. Nothing can break what love has begun. Many together, united as one. We'll keep moving forward, come whatever may, lighting the darkness and showing the way. We'll rise every time, no matter the odds. With faith in each other and faith in our God. To the tribe that stood by us through every storm, you wrapped us in hope, you kept our hearts warm. The love that you gave can never repay, but we'll carry your kindness each step of the way. Every prayer that you whispered, every shoulder you gave, helped us keep fighting, helped us be brave. You reminded our hearts when the road felt too tough that love is the treasure and love is enough. We got this, our voices are strong, together's where every heart belongs. We'll lift one another, we'll answer the call, united in spirit, together through all. This journey continues, our story's not done. The best chapters yet are still to come. With grateful hearts, we'll proudly say, we got this together every single day. So here's to the tribe, the family we found, with hearts full of hope and feet on the ground. Thank you for walking this journey so true. We are stronger because of you. wait, 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 wait.